Welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel. Delighted as always to be joined by Thomas Cathy. We have just seen Jai Opetaia and David Nyika weigh in successfully ahead of their fight tomorrow night for Opetaia's IBF World Title. Thomas, good to be joined by you. Good to do a weigh-in reaction with you as well. Um, an intense face-off. Looked like there was kind of a coming together towards the end of that face-off there. You don't Opetaia kind of he's quite an intense got an intense look about him, but I've never seen him do something like that at a weigh. And give us your thoughts on what we've seen, Thomas.
Yeah, man. Very intense face off there, and I like it. Adds to the entertainment value. Um, but what I do like, especially given the position that David Naika is in going into this fight, he doesn't like seem just like an opponent. Like he's going in there with, as he should, but he's going in there with real confidence, and that was evident at the weigh-in. Has a slight height advantage too, so he's kind of looking down at him a little bit, and obviously both guys are in great shape. So yeah, I mean to me, Naika looks slightly bigger just all the way around. So we'll see how that benefits him. Um, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think Nico, look, was it 3 weeks notice? He's taking this fight. Looks in fantastic shape, and he doesn't look overwhelmed to me. If I'm honest, he looks like he's ready to go, and it looks like he's coming to win tomorrow. If you ask me, and I think this is not. I don't think this is going to be a kind of a foregone conclusion. Jai Opetaia, kind of early knockout in the first round or two that we've seen him do in the last couple of years. Um, look looking Opetaia, Thomas, to you. I wouldn't regard him as a massive cruiserweight. However, there's been talk about him going up to heavyweight in the future. What's your view on what's going to happen there? Because Opetaia, he could probably stay at cruiserweight forever. I think he could make cruiserweight forever, if you ask me. The whole bridgerweight thing, hasn't kind of worked. I don't think he's going to explore those possibilities. When, if ever, do you see him moving up to heavyweight? Do you see it happening?
Yeah, I think so, to be honest. If he gets past Nyika and he fights Gilberto Ramirez and beats him, it's like, what else do you do from there at cruiserweight? I think he would have no choice for, his career and his legacy to move up. Um, so I think it's only a matter of time. I mean, I know he's not, like you mentioned, not really a massive cruiserweight. I'd agree with you there. But yeah, I just assuming that Naika doesn't have anything for him and Gilberto Ramirez doesn't have anything for him, I don't think there would be anything left for him to do at cruiserweight.
Yeah, and I think that's a fair point. There are not massive household names at cruiserweight, whereas at heavyweight, there's just countless names that he could face, and there's names in kind of the Australia, New Zealand regions as well. I mean, Justice Hooney is on the undercard here. He's tipped as a big contender. He's tipped to possibly be fighting Moses Atown this year, which should be a massive fight. So. Yeah, like there's Joseph Parker as well. I know Joe Opetaia and Joseph Parker. I think they're friends, so I don't know if we would ever see that fight, but you never know. If you think about it, that could possibly be a big fight down the line. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Thomas, we've not really touched on this fight with you yet. Um, Most people I'm speaking to are going for Opetaia just because it's maybe a bit too soon for David Nyika. Some people are predicting Opetaia for it to be actually a one of his more challenging fights that he's had. Give us your prediction. What do you think is going to happen?
I wouldn't be surprised to see Naika give it a good go, win maybe 3 to 4 rounds,
Hmm.
and give uh give Opetaia some trouble at some points in the fight. But I don't I don't really I haven't really seen enough from him yet to make me think that he could beat someone like Opetaia. Like perhaps he could put on a good fight. But I just don't. When you compare it to what Opetaia has done at that weight class and the experience that he has at that level, it would it would be really hard for him to overcome that. So yeah, man, I think it will go the distance, and I see it being like a like maybe like a 9-3, 8-4, maybe David Nyika hurts Opetaia in a round or two. Uh, and perhaps Opetaia will have to recover from that. But we'll see. I would like to see him, really get tested, and I think that we might not know much about Nyika now, but I think we definitely will after this fight. So yeah,
Yeah.
I got Opetaia winning by decision.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's a really interesting one, and it's a much better fight than the fight we were going to see tomorrow. If we're honest, and it's not often you say that when there's a late notice replacement, is there? I am going for this is a big fight for Opetaia. This is a pay-per-view fight if you live in Australia and New Zealand. He's not fought back home for a long time. It's Australia versus New Zealand, so there's a rivalry there. It's a big fight for him, and at the same time, look, he's been seen as one of the best fighters in the world right now. He's seen as kind of a future kind of pound for pound star. So if he's going to do that, I think he needs to make a statement tomorrow night. I think he needs to stop David Nyika. I really do. Um, I think he's going to do that, and I think he's going to do it in the second half of the fight, round 7 or 8 for me. But I think this is going to be a really good fight, Thomas. I'm really looking forward to it. I know it's at kind of different times for us. You're based in West Coast America, I'm based in the UK. I'm hoping we can both watch it one one way or another, whether it's live or not, but it could be tricky. But yeah, looking forward to it. It's the first big fight of 2025 as well. Final question, Thomas. Final question from me to you. Um, do you think we're going to see the Ramirez fight next in 2025? I'm not asking if that's what you want. I'm sure that is what you want, but Ramirez doesn't have to fight up a tire. There's this kind of a mess with the WBC situation. But do you think we're going to see that fight next for Opetaia? Of course, if he wins against David Nika tomorrow.
I think we would it would be the next logical step. That I think there's really, in my opinion, there's not really much else for him to do, if anything, at cruiserweight. So I think that's the fight to make it happen. I think, you know, for both guys, really, for Opetaia and Ramirez, it would benefit them greatly. I think they both need a marquee fight like that.
Yeah, for sure. Fingers crossed. All right, we'll leave it there, Thomas. Won't take up any more of your time. Thank you as always. Enjoy the fight, and I'll speak to you again very soon.
Thank you. Likewise.